Good.
That was a manual fade.
I say we make this fucking short and sweet.
Yeah. Your brother only thinks that he's good at talking.
That's the thing. He loves the sound of his own voice. I fucking
It's crazy,
hate the sound of my own
At
voice.
least I've only known him for a few years. You've known him forever.
And we lived with each other for a long time.
So what's going on, man? How's your week been?
It's been pretty stressful. What do you think about Jalen Ramsey? You like him?
He great player.
He's fucking amazing.
I've never seen it happen where.
By the way, his back is magically.
Oh yeah, all of a sudden it hurts.
magic.
Yeah, he's
It's
not
great.
sick anymore
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it been successful where a guy demands trades and then is successful. The only time I can remember.
Well, recently it's been really prevalent in the NFL.
But nobody's been successful after they've demanded a
Well,
trade.
there's a lot of these trades now are very young too. Like guys like Jeremy Tunzel got traded. You're talking about players that demanded to get traded out?
Yeah.
So I guess like who's a good example? Odell Beckham Jr. for example. We didn't exactly hear it. He didn't demand it, but you know it was.
Okay,
I
so
guess it wasn't like this.
A public announcement that wanted to be traded.
There was Le'Veon Bell. There's Antonio Brown.
No, Le'Veon Bell did not demand to be traded. Le'Veon Bell wanted a better contract, and they did not want to give it to him. Antonio Brown demanded to be traded, got traded, and he's been a train wreck.
Right.
Nothing's happened since. Only negatives have happened for Antonio Brown.
And the recent tweet, he just tweets all the time.
Who cares? It's fucking.
It's the worst. And now I hear that he wants to come back into the league too.
Yeah. Does he play in the league?
No.
So we shouldn't be talking about him.
I get that point.
To the guys who get traded, who demand to get traded, it's never been successful. The only time I can think of a success of a successful career after demanding a trade is Patrick Waugh.
Wow, that's out of left field. I was actually trying to think of some other ones in the NFL, but
Patrick
go
Waugh,
for it. While I'm trying to rack my brain, talk about it.
Patrick Waugh is the best example of how demanding a trade can go well for you. But he demanded a trade. They got nothing for him. And he ended up winning 2 Stanley Cups after with the Colorado Avalanche. Don't even try.
You don't even want to know what I tried Googling right there.
Best trades ever.
No, it was
it
most successful trades from demanding a trade.
Was it cock-ass bench press?
In this case, I guess it makes sense. My only question with the Jalen Ramsey trade is, was that really as like they did have a deficiency when it came to pass defense, but they have a lot of other issues on that team, and it's not going to be solved by trading
a corner.
By trading Marcus Peters, who's a fantastic corner. I mean,
so they got a better corner for it.
But and I think Aqib Talib is also on the IR, so Jalen Ramsey is going to bring a lot of value to that team because he is an incredible press corner. The only thing is Wade Phillips loves running these zone defenses. I'd imagine it's probably going to have to change in a sense with the addition of Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
But when I think about the Rams in general, I don't see that as a main issue. I see that they have issues with run defense at the moment. They have issues protecting the quarterback. Jared Goff hasn't exactly proved to be great, and their running back situation is in flux.
So they're like, why?
But they're trading the future for one potential player that can.
But he's not fucking 45 years old.
Yeah.
He's still young, and they traded Marcus Peters, so they're going to be able to sign him in the offseason.
Was it? I heard Jack Del Rio was
What did they get from Marcus Peters? A player?
Yeah, but they got a good player. They got
Kenny
Young. Yes, yeah. Kenny Young, who looks like he's going to be a generational talent in that position. But I'm also really why are you serious?
Go. What about now?
Hello.
Wait till after I reach into the screen. Let's reach out of the screen.
No, it's not. No one hears anything.
One sec. Wait, because I just changed the mics. I'm gonna reach out now.
Yeah, but that means the whole time no one heard.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
No. Oh my God.
No. So this is what happened. So it was probably, I think it was about 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
Because we were off. Turn that off now.
Yeah. Okay.
Turn that off. So we were on, and then we couldn't hear. So I put it on my phone. We couldn't hear, so I put it off, and now we're good.
Oh my God.
So the first 5 minutes we were on. The last 10 minutes we were off.
How long have we been on for?
It's a very good question. But whatever. I think it's still recording locally, and I'll be able to pull it. I think it's just live. Nobody heard us.
Okay. So no one heard. Okay, at least we'll be able to pull some of that. Okay, that's not bad. At least it's not lost.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I think.
I mean, look. I don't do this. I don't do this for the likes and for the eyes, man. I do it to talk sports. I
If
do
the
it. I do it to de-stress once a fucking week.
If the episode is burned, I'll start it as of the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
When I upload it tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to go over all this again. Like 20.
We don't have to.
Minutes. Yeah.
So we just broke down for everybody that was listening.
Yeah. Let's go for it.
For everybody that maybe or may not have heard, we did break down shitty refereeing in the NFL.
Oh, it's so bad. The worst.
It's the worst. We broke down Jalen Ramsey, Marcus Peters trade. We talked about my affinity for sexual deviance, where I always somehow have to make a bet with me sucking someone's cock.
Yes.
Hashtag I'm not gay.
That's pretty good. You have a really good memory.
What else did we talk about? I think that's pretty much.
Who
We
cares?
talked about how good your Raiders are. Well, that's a terrible angle for me right there. And that's it, man. That's it. We had a grand old time.
Yeah. So
Grand old time.
I don't know what else we want to talk about, but I mean, yeah, NFL. So let's. You know what? How about this? I'll bring up some matchups this weekend.
What
And
about,
you can
what
tell
about
me
the World Series, man? We're fucking from Montreal. The Washington Nationals just made the World Series. How do you feel?
I think it's fantastic.
I've been saying for the
beginning.
absolutely horrible for you to say it's fantastic.
Oh, whatever. Who gives a fuck? It's been how long now? Get over
2003.
It's not their fault.
It is their fault.
No, it's like that buyer group, that group that bought them. They just took whatever was available. I don't blame the Nationals. For
It's
this.
the ownership's fault.
No, but I'm not blaming the owners of the Washington Nationals, dude.
Anyway,
I have no problem with the Nationals.
I'm not blaming the owners. I'm saying is that I'm not rooting for the Nationals because
Why?
of what the MLB did
Oh, come on.
to the Montreal Expos,
Please.
including the Toronto Blue Jays, which is why I do not cheer for the Toronto Blue Jays.
You have a lot of gripes with a lot of teams.
They voted.
I feel like if I was to make a gripe list, you'd have 30 fucking teams.
Okay,
that
name,
would
me, name me one.
Knicks. You have
Why?
a gripe with them. I
No,
don't know what.
don't.
Okay.
I'm a Pacers fan, maybe, but no.
No, I don't know. You have gripes.
I actually
You have
like the
gripes. I'm gonna start. You know what?
Okay, go.
Because I know you're gonna say no, I don't.
Go.
I'm just gonna start mentally noting them, and then one day I'll make a poster.
No, but tell me right now. Who?
I can't remember whatever you just mentioned. There was one,
I was talking about the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Blue Jays is probably the only
and
one.
also the Nationals. That's two.
No, I don't care about the
30
Nationals.
seconds, and already you chose two.
I don't care about the Nationals. I will not cheer for them.
Come on, you gotta like them a bit.
No.
Bryce
If the
Harper's at
Yankees-
home.
if the Yankees
Bryce Harper's
win-
at home watching.
If the
Come
Yankees win, I will cheer for the Yankees.
You're gonna cheer for Yankees just like that,
Absolutely.
willy nilly,
Absolutely.
willy nilly.
Yeah,
a
and
Mets fan just starting to cheer for the Yankees.
I will cheer for the Yankees because I'm a big fan of what they did in terms of their roster. I'm a big fan of Aaron Judge. I'm a fan.
But they're playing the Astros, and the Astros are probably gonna win.
Well, the
series.
Astros, I think they won the second game, so it's 2-1. Astros staying in New York now. I think New York will tie it up, and Astros will probably win the next two games.
And I'm not going to talk about it on the show because we're a super show, but you should check it
No,
out.
we're
It's
we're
called
a dick show.
It's called Succession. It's a good show. It's about family politics. It's an old man, old media mogul. He's about to give up control of a media corporation, and you have the kids fighting over it. It's pretty good. It's on HBO. Bryce Harper's at home crying because his team is in. I think that's
I don't
fantastic.
think he cares.
No, I think he does care.
I mean,
This is the guy that had remember when he was first introduced at the Phillies conference? He's
Yeah.
like, I can't wait to bring a to bring a title to DC.
yeah,
he called
he
it.
did.
Right?
He did.
Well, they
You know-
they haven't won yet. They haven't
You
won
know
yet.
why he did? Because he freed up enough space for them to go get two players.
This isn't the reason why I'm running. I'm rooting for Nationals though. Ryan Zimmerman was drafted was their first pick when they landed in DC, and he's been with the team from the beginning. He's OG, you know.
Yeah,
He's a ride or die.
he's a ride or yeah. I mean,
He's a Ryan.
he stayed with one team his
Zimmerman
entire
or-
career. What is he, like 35 now?
Not that
Why?
anyone's actually still listening anymore after all
So
that
the
fuck
people
up.
in Montreal do not care about our opinion when it comes to.
Anything.
Oh,
Really anything.
So he's 35 years old.
35. You were spot on.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
yeah.
You're good with guessing ages.
Well, this is how I got it. So 2003, when the Expos left,
Yeah.
was how many years ago? 16 years ago.
Yeah.
How old are you when you get drafted? You have to be 18 years old.
In the MLB?
MLB.
Yeah. If we're gonna say
You have to
soccer,
be 18 years old.
it's funny how in soccer you can pick
Well,
like in the
It's because-
European leagues you can sign a guy when he's like 8 years old.
It's not
6
you're
years old.
signing him. It's you're putting him in your system, which is nothing wrong with it.
So let me bring up some games this weekend in the NFL,
Yeah.
and you can give me your honest Terry opinion on what you think's gonna
My
happen.
honest
okay?
Terry opinion.
So we have Raiders Packers.
Yeah.
Let's pick.
I'm gonna go. It's in Green Bay. I'm gonna go Green Bay, 100%.
Why? While I get the odds.
Because the Raiders. Why are you gonna get the odds? The Raiders don't do odds per game.
What do you want?
Go to like a site that gives you all the odds of the week. Probably easier that way. Why do I like the Packers in this game? Because the Raiders coming off a bye week from London, having a week off, I don't think was the smartest thing. And we all know how John Gruden usually, what happens to John Gruden after a big win? He usually has a big loss.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Aaron Rodgers looks really good this year. He's very chill. The Packers defense is fucking unreal. And I think that's just going to be the answer right there. Packers D. I'm going to say Packers win 24-13.
I'm trying to load the CBS site, but fuck, what a terrible site.
I'll get you the odds.
No, I have it. I have the weekly odds. But let's talk just quickly.
No.
CBS,
Yeah.
get your shit together. Your fucking site is the worst site ever. No matter what platform I use.
That's why you got to get the app.
It takes me forever to load it. So Kansas City at Denver Broncos is a Thursday night game. It's +3.
+3.5 for Denver.
Why does it only say +3? Why doesn't it give me the actual thing?
Whatever, it's fine.
But I guess we can figure.
Okay, if those are the odds, that's fine. So +3, I'm gonna say Kansas City. They're gonna have a big bounce back game.
You know what? I don't see the Broncos winning this game, but Thursday night games are insane. Anything can happen, really.
Yeah.
Like you never know. It's a short week.
Yeah.
Mahomes doesn't look right, which is weird to say.
What do you mean?
Oh well, he had his ankle stepped on like 2 games in a row, and he's his throws have been a bit off, and it's usually the kind of
that's why I
thing
think they're gonna win. Because of shit like that. Because they lost last week. It was dumb.
Yeah.
Stupid penalty.
Tyreek Hill's back. I don't think anyone on the Broncos can stop Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of AFC West football. It's literally all I watch when it's on. If I have to choose, AFC West football all the time.
Really? It's the worst.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best football.
Worst division.
What do you mean? You get to watch the Chargers sweat every week.
Sure, I like the Chargers.
They always sweat.
Next game.
We got the Cardinals at the Giants.
Ooh, what's the spread?
I'm actually willing to go with Giants with the Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray's on the up.
So what's the spread?
Spread is -3.
Giants -3. I'm gonna say Cardinals on this one. I think Daniel Jones is due for a shitty game.
Yeah. Well, he's already had a couple of shitty games.
It's gonna be a bad one this one.
Yeah.
To the point where all those New York fans that are happy he won his first game are gonna be equally as upset with him.
Feels like a Ryan Leaf situation.
Yeah, I do.
He had a good first game, and then it's just down. We'll see. But
I
then
think Saquon Barkley's coming back this week. So if he does, then
which is crazy to think, right?
No, they said 6 weeks.
Yeah.
He got injured in 2.
Houston Texans at Indianapolis Colts -1.
I'm gonna go Houston on this one. Houston. I had an argument with somebody on argument. He posted on Twitter and he said, for all of you people that think Dak Prescott's better than Sean Watson, you guys are idiots or whatever it is. And I said, I do. I think that. But I was kidding. Obviously, I don't think Dak Prescott's better than Deshaun Watson. But at the end of the day, he went back and he starts calling me a moron. No.
I don't feel like Dak Prescott's been all that bad though. It's crazy how there's so much concentration on one guy, and I feel everybody's just so overreactionary all the time.
We'll get to them after, but last week he wasn't great. So Deshaun Watson is gonna have a big game this week. I'm going with.
I would really think he would win the MVP this year to Deshaun Watson. He's been really playing incredible, and and this is without Hopkins having this as great a season as he had in the past.
Yeah.
All right. This actually is the line of the week. Buffalo Bills are probably favored. I'm only imagining it's -17.
When it's minus, it means that's whatever the spread is. That's for the home team. So if they're minus, that means they're favored. If they're plus, that means they're.
Oh, I just realized that. Nice. Okay, so cool. Yeah, like the Bills are favored +17 against the Dolphins.
No, they're not favored. It's -17.
-17. Whatever. Just fucking go with it.
They're favored -17.
You forget how retarded I am.
So
I'm not allowed to say that on podcast.
No.
Am I?
So they favored is -17,
Okay.
which means they start with a 17-point lead, which I don't think they will keep. So I will take the Dolphins with the spread, but I'll take the Bills with the win.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This past week we saw the Tank Bowl. The Redskins inching out the Dolphins. The Dolphins with maybe one of the worst last play calls. Almost like they drew up something where they can toss to a guy in the side that's not protected whatsoever.
Yeah.
Even if he caught the ball, it would have been tackled by 4 guys.
I still think the Bengals are the worst team in the league, though, for real.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't feel like they're the worst team in the league. I really think the Dolphins are trying very hard to tank the Tua. But I'm interested to see what happens if. Okay, like, are they the only winless team? Trying to think.
Redskins.
No, Redskins won against the Dolphins.
Yeah, the Dolphins.
Yeah, I think they're the only winless team.
Yeah, it's the Dolphins. Yeah, because the Bengals beat the Browns.
The Falcons? Did the Falcons win a fucking game?
Yeah, they won a game.
Yeah, okay. God damn.
I think they're 2-4.
Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions.
Oh, what's the spread? What does it say?
PK.
It's a pick'em, so it's very even.
It's even.
Yeah, it's even because they're in Detroit, I think. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I know,
That's
right?
a tough one. So if it's going heads up, who wins that game? I'm going to ride Minnesota. They had a good week this week. Kirk Cousins looks like he's forgotten about all the media shit. And
he's got a great offense, man.
He looked good, so we'll see.
And I find it's an interesting offense, too, because they can choose to go either or. But I find whenever they rely heavily on Dalvin Cook,
That division's weird, eh?
Yeah, it's such a weird division.
Because you assume that Chicago would run away with it, but they're not.
And they're not. They're not. That loss to the Raiders,
You
was
thought
terrible.
that Minnesota would probably be the second best team in the division. They're not. The Lions always are 8-8, 9-7.
Bears are gonna have to. They're gonna have to trade for a quarterback or draft a quarterback.
I don't know. I really don't know. It's gonna be tough. Next game. Next.
We already spoke about the Raiders and the Packers. We got the Jags at the Bengals.
Packers minus 5.5. I still think.
Jaguars at the Bengals. I think. Well, just go with the Jags. Whatever. That's a pretty obvious one. That's +3. It's plus 3.5 though. So it's.
That's not enough.
I am playing Minshew. I'm paying Minshew this week. What do you think about that? I'm playing Minshew in a PPR league.
Well, it doesn't matter. PPR. He's a quarterback.
Yeah. Well, it does matter when you have fucking Jameis Winston like I did.
Who's your other quarterback?
I only have one right now.
So you had Jameis Winston and Minshew?
No, I've been in my PPR league. I decided to not draft a quarterback like an idiot.
Why?
Well, I did draft one. I can't remember which one. I wasn't doing very great. Oh, Baker Mayfield. That's what I drafted.
Okay.
So
I mean,
I got
he
fucked.
probably went really high on it too.
Pretty not as high as you'd imagine.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm playing Minshew this week.
I guess it's a good pick against the Bengals.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I'm riding a mustache. I'm not having a great season. I traded fucking Odell Beckham. What do you expect? I traded Odell Beckham.
How happy were you when he didn't get any catches? 2 weeks
Oh,
ago?
I was ecstatic.
Yeah.
But I felt bad, But
it is what it is.
I hate rooting against these guys. Whatever. Then we have the Rams at the Falcons +3.
Rams at the Falcons +3. Rams at the Falcons +3. So that means Rams are favored. Yeah, I'll take the Rams by a field goal. Yeah, for sure. Rams.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be a lot better. I think Ramsey's playing this week too. That's actually real awesome because that means Ramsey's going to be playing.
I don't think he's allowed to play. Because I think the trade didn't happen on time.
There's also the next game is the 49ers at the Redskins +9.5. That's a big line, but
49ers at Redskins +9.5.
the 49ers are going to destroy the Redskins.
You think they're going to win by 10 points?
But then again, like, what was the line? What was the line?
Points.
I'm curious. What was the line? Cowboys and Jets. Like we get so reactionary, but we forget about. It was probably 12.5 for sure, and
but it was in New York, so I'd say probably 6.5.
Right. Then we have Chargers at the Titans -2.
9.5. Chargers at Titans -2. I'm gonna take Chargers all day with that. Going into Tennessee, the dog for sure by a field goal, absolutely.
We have Ravens at Seattle. Ravens at the Seahawks -3.5.
Ravens at the Seahawks -3.5. Russell Wilson's on fire this week, so I'll go. That's tough. I'm gonna say Seattle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Actually,
Seattle.
I'm gonna watch that game.
Yeah, they'll cover.
But I do enjoy not watching Red Zone sometimes, just catching a single game. But
I'm watching one full game.
I'm super weird like that.
I'm not a big Red Zone guy either. I like going back and forth to 2 games.
I'm also coming off a bye week. If it was a bye, well, no, I watched the Raiders the whole way, but it's a bye week. You'd imagine I'd be watching Red Zone the whole day, but I didn't. Next one, sorry, Saints at Bears -3.
I'm gonna say Bears win the game, but the Saints cover the spread, so they'll lose by 2. The Bears will win by 2.
Eagles Cowboys. Eagles at Cowboys -3.
A bounce back game for the boys. I'll never go against them, but I don't know if this is gonna be tough. I'm gonna say Dallas Cowboys -3. Just that's me voting because I'm a Cowboys fan.
And finally, we have the Patriots at the Jets +9.5. This is an interesting one.
+9.5. So I liked what they did last week, the Jets, and I at the beginning of the year I actually picked the Jets to win the division. I actually have money on it still.
Really?
I think I put like $25 on it, and it's gonna pay out like $400 or something like that.
Wow.
I took the bet in April. It's a good bet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You look at Sam Darnold, what they did, their defense. You know, Jamal Adams is sick. I'm gonna take the Jets with the spread on this one. They might even win the game. They're at home, and I think it's a Monday nighter.
And that concludes the most boring segment we've ever had.
It's pretty. No, it was good. I mean, it was good.
I don't know.
Yeah, penis.
I'm really not a gambler, so I wouldn't. Like, I know nothing about
I'm not
betting.
a huge gambler either. I do like my pick'em league.
Well, I know that because UNPs you guys do sometimes, but I really don't. I try not to.
Once in a while. I'm not a really big gambler guy. But I hate the gamblers that they only watch sports. I don't hate them. They only watch
I get
sports
it.
to
I get it.
gamble.
I get it. That's why I don't. That's why I'm not into it because I want to enjoy the sport. I hate being stressed about having money on a game.
It's fucking weird, man. It's not. No, it's not. The money on the game helps. Like in for the hockey playoffs and the NBA playoffs, I was on fire.
Yeah.
Fire. Like I made so much money.
Yeah.
But
Because you're betting on the Raptors.
I was good betting against them.
You're betting against the Raptors.
No, I took like spreads. I took like
Yeah.
weird
Okay.
prop bets
Okay.
just to get me
It's
money.
not straight up because that seems
yeah,
pretty
like
dumb.
over unders.
It seems dumb to just bet on a team straight up.
Yeah, so you do like over unders and things like that, which are fun.
Do you get more money off of those kind of bets?
No, not really. You get more money on you if you take like if you parlay a bunch of shit together. But I love it. It's fun. I don't do it a lot though. I only do it like when I know I'm gonna enjoy it. If I'm doing it to make money, whenever you start gambling in order to make money, then you're gonna lose.
No shit.
Yeah,
It's gotta be super random.
You're emotionally too invested.
Bull.
What are you doing? What else are you doing this weekend, other than drugs?
No, not drugs.
No?
I'm gonna no. I'm a good boy. I don't do none of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. I am going to enjoy a nice weekend with my wife. We had a long. The last weekend was pretty intense. Just things happen all the time.
Yeah.
You know, my closet's broken now. I just woke up one morning and then I just heard a huge like smash in my house, and for literally 24 hours I had no idea what that sound was, and I was convinced that a tree fell in my house. And so I climb up to my roof. I look. I'm like, what? There's nothing here.
I would love to
what
see
the
you
fuck?
in a panic.
I
at home.
literally, yeah. You can only imagine.
Your little shitty dog probably loses.
Oh yeah, he's just barking.
Oh,
And,
God.
but it happened at like 5 a.m. too, so it's just completely shocking, you know.
All right, buddy.
And then I just 2 days later I find out, and I open my closet and the fucking thing collapsed.
Malaka.
So we got to take care of that.
So
That's my weekend. And when things like that happen, it takes me 2 days because I'm super bad with tools.
So I wrote an article on the Cowboys in the last game there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because
so
you don't tell me about it, so I can't post anywhere.
I know. I forgot to tell you, man.
You're just writing for free at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I like it. It's fun. But we there's a lot of good content, but we got to get out more.
We really do.
And
and if anyone is listening, would
look out for YouTube. There's gonna be a lot more little mini edited videos that I'm gonna send out. So not entire podcasts, but like clips. And that's it, man. That's good for me. I'm good.
Oh, I'm gonna also watch El Camino this weekend. I'm telling myself
I haven't seen it.
I gotta watch it.
So a lot of mixed emotions about
How about we watch it?
Yeah.
You watch it, I watch it,
Yeah.
and we'll come out with another podcast because I don't want to talk about fucking sports on podcasts.
Okay, I'll
It
call
bores
you.
the shit out of me.
Okay, I'll call you.
If we can do another podcast,
Well, you made it a point to talk about sports today.
I know, but
I
it's
didn't
'cause-
want to.
but- yeah, I know, but it's what we're doing, you know.
No, but we could have talked. This episode is not a hot sauce episode. This episode.
Okay, give me a quick thing on
is a
it.
not
Are you
sauce for
looking forward to El Camino?
Yeah, I am because I felt like they just left Jesse hanging, kind of thing.
They really did, absolutely. And I really do like how they close a lot of the other story arcs. I'm really interested to see what happened with Hank. The one story arc from Breaking Bad that was always one that I wish I would have seen more of, and I'm glad that this is back because I'm hoping it shows more.
If Sky ever did anal, I hope she did. She was so sexy when she sang that song to Beneke.
Really, she's the most annoying character ever.
She is, but she was sexy in that scene.
She was, I guess.
Those lips.
How scary was that scene?
She's a big woman.
How scary was that scene when because he trips and he smacks his head and he ends up
it's
in
Bill Burr.
He ends up it's Bill Burr,
Yeah.
absolutely. But that scene where he's in the
breaks his
neck
neck,
brace, and Walter White goes and visit him in the hospital, and he looks at him, and you just see a shot of what's his name, Beneke in the bed with the whole contraption
thing,
on. I swear to God, my dick shriveled. It was.
You got scared?
But that show was always really good.
More than I Am the One Who Knocks. More than that.
But that show has always been really good. No, that never scared me. But what visually scares me in television is when you see something that your mind is saying, I shouldn't have to see this. Like, for example, when I watch Hostel and they slice the guy's ankles open.
Oh, like
or when the eyes popping out, you got to cut it with scissors.
Human Centipede.
Human Centipede didn't freak me out as much as Hostel.
Or that movie Tusk. You ever see that movie Tusk?
No, haven't. It's on the list.
It's with Jason Long and how it goes to interview this guy, and that guy basically kidnaps people and turns them into walruses.
That's crazy.
He surgically turns them into walruses, and the whole. Anyway,
I have to watch this.
I don't want to ruin it.
I have to watch this.
It's fucking weird.
But going back to Breaking Bad, I always like that show. How it really did a great job at just showing you these things that you don't want to see. You know, like it. I can't even remember. There's so many scenes.
Like what? Yeah, actually, there's.
Well, the one where Apollo Sarmanos blows his face off, and then you're like, you know what it kind of looks like.
He comes out, he fixes his tie.
Yeah, he fixes his tie, and you're like, oh, okay. Well, what the fuck's up with this guy?
Of his face.
Because at that point in the show, he was indestructible.
No, because
the
crazy thing about the scene is that you see him, his body is all normal, but you see the people behind him.
Yeah.
Like, all going all crazy,
freaking out,
and then he turns around,
and their voices are muffled because you hear the sound of the explosion,
like
but the most interesting thing about that scene specifically is how they built it up. Like they put it in a way that he seemed indestructible. He seemed like he was never gonna, like, everything Walter White was throwing at him, he would intercept, and he found the most brilliant way to blow him the fuck up. So I heard that he's also in El Camino, and there's also an actor that died recently. I think it's James Forrester or something that died.
He's in the movie.
Who's in the movie as well. So it's really gonna be something I'm looking forward to.
I'm gonna watch this weekend.
I think we need to talk more about TV and movies and
porn.
We should totally do. You know what? Not Sauce for Work should actually be just fun entertainment. You like it?
I'm good at that.
All right, let's head the fuck out because we ruined everything. So.
Okay, cool.